There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualify people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here and the parents from there. The work of my life without here.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Play body so make you I can't Sktv menu. Say my journey, Tina get I say my jamo. And yes I know money, the more I get you. And you love the more I get you.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I delay ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I delay ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualify people who willing to serve. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, the San to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Indeed, Sktv, we are the best in Liberia. Sktv, we are the best in Africa. Sktv, we are the best around the world, folks. What a way to go. And I want to say the pleasant good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all of you out there, channel listeners from our fact. Today is Monday, having to be the 13th of April, the 4th month, and the year remain the same, 2026. Indeed. To all of you, those of you who just joining us, good evening, good afternoon, good morning from our end here in Liberia. Today is a busy Monday. For a matter of fact, help us share the show. Those of you who just joining us, Steve, Mr. Cannon, Monk, Brother Aliu, the rest of the team will be here with us very, very shortly. So the best thing to do for us is for you to help us share the show. Indeed, share the show. Help us share the show. Those of you who are watching, also help us share the show. That's good. So many things to talk about. So many things happening back home. Those of you who are away, and those of you who are here, and maybe because of your busy schedule, sometimes you are not really with some of the latest, some of the happenings, some of the news. But again, we want to say the wonderful way to welcome you. Let me see how best to share the show around to our team. Yes, indeed, on this fateful Monday. Help us share the show. So many things happening around the world. The U.S.-Iran war still ongoing, and with different trends, different things happening. Yes, indeed, albeit we are observing with the oil price still going up and up. Sometimes drop. Sometimes again, the war is not easy. But again, let me see if I share the show quickly. I don't want to take this break. Let me see this break I want to take. See how best to do this adjustment. Our team are setting up also, but help us share the show. Those of you who are watching, help us share the show. Let me see quickly. Yeah, I have this engagement. I want to have a little time, breathe in, breathe out. All right, so let me see day 2 of the extra sitting of the House of Representatives. Let me see how best to have this play. We'll go for this break quickly from this.
Report from the Committee on Public Utilities on the fire incident at the Liberia Electricity Corporation LEC substation, Pinsville. Introduction. The Committee on Public Utilities was mandated by plenary on February 24th, 2026 to investigate the fire incident that occurred at the Liberia Electricity Corporation substation in Pinsville, a concern which was raised in a communication written by Honorable Priscilla Abraham Cooper, Representative, Mosorado County, District 5. The objective of the investigation was to ascertain the cause of the fire, evaluate the extent of damage, assess the response measures, and recommend actions to prevent future occurrences. Methodology. In executing its mandate, the committee undertook the following actions: conducted site visits to the affected LEC substation in Pinsville, held engagements with LEC management and technical staff, consulted eyewitnesses, and reviewed preliminary technical and incident reports. Findings. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, and esteemed colleagues, during the investigation, the committee established the following: cause of fire. Preliminary findings indicated that on Friday, March 3rd, 2026, at approximately 21:39 hours, a serious electrical incident occurred affecting the Pinsville substation. Information indicates that a borehole drilling truck operating near the Chamali Medical Center along AP Tower Road actually came into contact with an 22 kV distribution line while attempting to exit a work site. LEC has only one truck that transports poles to destination for plenty, shortage of safety gear for employees, severe overload of about 12.5 MVA transformers with transformer TX1 heavily overloading, undersized, underground cable unable to withstand faults in low conditions. A damaged transformer pushing rod, causing continuous oil leakage and posing ongoing operational risks, and the incident demonstrates that the substation has exceeded its design capacity and require urgent upgrades. Extent of damages. The fire severely damaged critical components of the substation, including Pinsville relay 22 kV lines cut at 3 locations, cable bar damage of transformer auxiliary components, and localized damage within the switchyard. Energy response. During the investigation, the committee observed that the response time was affected by the technical team and on-duty personnel executed the following actions: immediate shutdown and isolation of the affected transformer, opening of all activation of emergency response procedures, fire suppression using portable fire extinguisher, and rapid mobilization of maintenance team. Name of art witness spoken to Aaron N. Battle Door, who worked as supervisor substation operation, validate the committee's findings. Impact of the incident: disruption of electricity supply affected household, businesses, and essential services with no injury or casualty reported. Economic losses were incurred due to downtime and damaged equipment, and public confidence in LEC operational capacity has been undermined. Conclusion. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, and distinguished colleagues, the fire incident at the Queensway LEC station was largely preventable. It resulted from a combination of technical failure, shortage of manpower at all LEC stations, aging infrastructure, and insufficient maintenance and safety systems. Reforms mechanism, while present, require significant.
Well, thank you. So these are some of the highlights coming from the lower house on today on their day 2 of their 10 days sitting. Mind you, though, they were recalled by the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boakai, that in fact the legislature should come back for reset. I need to be able to work for the Liberian people for maybe not less than 10 days, because according to him, it's a 10 days. So during the 10 days working, there are so many things they will be doing along the way, including their own colleague expulsions, or better say maybe suspension, or what you may call. All of the things, they are all getting some of the things. And we are also getting report that they gave the lawmaker, Honorable Yeke Koruba, who, quote unquote, they are planning to either expel him or maybe have him suspended 2 days to report before the committee for investigation, even though he requesting for 5 days. According to Honorable Yeke Koruba, he's requesting that his colleagues or those teams that are responsible to investigate him should give him 5 days so that he will be able to have his lawyers together and at least to be able to come before the team that will investigate him. But again, people, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Ahmed Hammer, the rest of you, G. Kofa Ganga, thank you for joining us. Robert, better say Robert Fasil Jacqueline, my brother, thank you for joining us. Ben will be here very soon. Mr. Dishu will also join us. The rest of the panelists will join us here this evening. We have so many things to talk about, including our resources, the way we handle our resources, even though there are claims and counterclaims about, so sometimes we go about shifting blames on some of these things. Like, for example, when something happens, instead of our leadership taking blames, and they will not become to shift blames as to who responsible, who not responsible, and so and on and on. But again, with the resources of our land, I think for me, from all indication before our team come on, let me just start with the way we are banjoing. We are banjoing our country, or in fact, our leaders, they are banjoing the country. From all indications, you can see that our country is seriously on sale. No more respect for our country resources, no more respect for any other thing that belongs to Liberia. All our leaders want is the kickback. How they can get kickback, how they can get rich, how they can now put things in order and be able to be seen in the political scene, controlling our things, controlling our people. So they don't care. And the issue of B Mountain, that was part of both of these in fact debates, and it's not strange. I keep telling people, how come now we only want to be looking at B Mountain when quite recently we have on the serious debates about even the other company in Nima County, Sidamita. Liberians complain, people talk, and at the end of the day, the government, in fact, even our president, went there on the side of the company and said, "Oh, in fact, you people are even done more better than in fact than we even expected." And let me say this to all of you, our people who are following us this evening. The reason why we are poor today and we are still struggling and lack of system is because of leadership. Our country, our people, our leaders, they are wicked to us. And let me see, I think I saw something from Eddie Jawolo. Yeah, let me check for that. He says something very, 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 very important. Eddie Jawolo, yes, indeed, he said, we talk about the next thing that will happen with Liberians standing up will be against their resources. Look, I saw another video about, or in fact, is that a photo? Yeah, I saw a photo over the weekend where a private security officer and that of a Lebanese man, they were fighting. And you could see the Lebanese guy over the private security officer and Liberian. You know, that was some of us who say we are strong supporter of Donald Trump, so that you get angry. Because for me, I hate to see that you don't intimidate people at that level in the name of just because of freedom, just because of people have to know. If the man who owns his horse, he can be respected, then who will be respected? If the man that owns a horse, the man that get a horse, you have no respect for that man. You can beat that man anytime, put him out, do anything to him at any time you think you wish, stranger. Then tell me what's going to happen. So sometimes we hear about Donald Trump talking about giving America back to Americans. Some of you get angry. Oh, no, he's right. The first and foremost thing about him is land. I know you don't get land, you don't get nothing. Or in fact, you don't even have country. So when we have our leadership who taking the land from our own people and giving it to foreign people. Look, foreign people now, they guess what they into? They even into pot business. They sell pot. Oh God, yeah. Look, that's very interesting. I like their country. Liberia is a serious country where people can come into this country and just do anything and just work. Even if these people, they are missionary or they are into any kind of thing, we don't care. Whether they aspire, what they are into, nobody cares. You will see people selling mat. Foreign people, though, you will see them selling mat into community. Just selling pot. Selling what again? They sell, in fact, they sell rock. They sell all kinds of things. This television. So now ask yourself, why do people living from the country and they are so, in fact, they are many into our country and they are moving from community to community, moving from village to village, moving from town to town in the name of they are selling goods or in fact they are selling things. Who are those people? We don't care. All our leadership want is how they will go into the House of Parliament, wear the best of clothes, look neat, dress well, and have fun time, get all of the money, and walk away. That's the country we're in today. That's the country that we're in today. So we give our resources free of charge. If you go into so many legal counties, go and see how the people are mining. Even Liberians themselves. See the way they are mining from village to village, from town to town. Taking the county or the country resources without benefit for these people. The people who even own the lands. They have no benefit, no schools, nothing. Then they come back, they pretend. Our leadership, they come and pretend. We don't know how the thing started. All of us Liberians, we are all guilty of all of these things. And you know, yes, some of you from was that Friday or Saturday when the VP visited B Mountain? Some of you were there shifting blames. Let me just say this. If Melbourne, for example, a horse is turned over to me as landlord for the horse or of the horse, or landlord in the horse, me Melbourne, a landlord. Maybe the horse have maybe 10 rooms, maybe 50 or what you may call, but a landlord. When I take over as landlord, The first 1 week is engagement with the people, with the tenants. I'm just speaking in the very simplest form so that some of you can understand some of the leadership, wahala, and so forth. So in the first 1 week, I will want to know who are those tenants, who all times maybe stay ahead of us, or who all times, maybe any time from now will be expired, or who all times are already expired. That's what a good landlord do. A good landlord, that's what you into. So you will call all of the tenants for meetings and say, come, we want to know how the agreements between you and the first landlord, how these things went. How come you were paying this $50, or how come you were paying this amount? Where are all of the receipts or all of the money you've been paying? I mean asking, maybe the new landlord in town, asking. I will not ask the people time by time. Say, okay, if you don't understand. Those of you who time stay ahead will have extra meetings, and those of you who time finishing will also have meetings. Those of you who time already elapsed will have meetings. You have these separate meetings. You understand how that horse or how that land, how you understand that land properly, how you will, if I manage the land properly. Now, maybe I'm having meetings with all of the tenants in the house. I already know who all time coming finish, who all time stay ahead, who all time already finish everything, how much they are paying, all of these things, I will know everything. What a good landlord. Good landlord, that's what he does. So if maybe now check all of the tenants and everything, and I understand because I will not give an excuse. The tenant and myself live together for a year, for example, 6 months, 1 year. I don't even know how much the tenant owe, who are, how the tenant do pay me, everything that I come out and come give an excuse. That means I will be a don't care landlord. And you know what a don't care landlord is? Don't care landlord, a landlord, where anytime you pass around, you get there, some kind of 2 bottles is okay. Don't care landlords are landlords who instead you don't, in fact, they don't even change the roof, they don't change zinc, they don't care. Whether the toilet or everything is okay, they don't care. Now, don't care landlord. All they want is how to borrow, how to get small their money. Even if you get 2 months, you give it to them. Now, don't care landlord. And some of us, we in the kind of habit, we in the kind of bad behavior. So back to our leadership. So the reason why today we are poor is because of the bad and terrible leadership that we keep having from back to back. All of these people claim to be educated. They said that a law that was passed in the 2000 during Charter days. You know, thank you. James David, all of you who are watching Sneaky Traore, Emmanuel Bro, all of you, thank you. You're paying help us share the show. I think April says when we came on the show, I called Monk. In fact, I said something to Monk and that about Aliu about during the war time when the people were selling our resources, or in fact giving our resources out like that. What was the reason? I think that was the question I put out to Monk and that about Aliu. I think some of you can say recall. The reason I asked that question was because you had nothing to do by them. You are not into no development. You are not into paying any civil servant. You are not into anything. How come our resources were going beyond whom and for what reason? Here was the question that some of us will ask on April day during a broadcast. Say go back to it. So the reason why during time the entire money thing, what they call 3%, 4%, the other percent, all these things today came to pass, or in fact that bill was passed, was because former President Charles can get it up, but then you felt that the best way to go is how to open the market and make it look like people are willing to do business with Liberia, even in the midst of war. Just imagine 2000, the law that was passed 2000, and the law we still using today. It's 3% law that we still using. So I will come to how we be paying people all of the monies and they are not doing nothing for us. We'll also get with that. So Charter now decided and say, okay, you pass the mineral and all the laws so that at least the people that will come and do all of the kind of thing that will come and do the money thing, they will give us 3% in royalty. If I don't want, well, you can take it. So that open the market. How the market will open. Listen, I don't know what kind of words to even use. Flaka J or what kind of J company then today that changing names, that jumping from place to place. And I don't know what happened to our country, man. Damn, leverage is so terrible. Somebody dupe your country. They go out there and change their name. Come back and use Mayborn Cooler. Oh, yeah. They don't have to go. They will start punishing people for weird things. Most of the asset recovery, people who are doing the asset recovery thing, the kind of asset that they really recover, they will have independent body. While Liberian people themselves voted for and say, yeah, we want the asset recovery thing to be voted for by law. Let them retrieve all of our assets. I don't think people will get what's this? Because everything will be for government. Everything will be for government. So Chartered out them doing the laws and do all the kind of things doing the water and Chartered out too looking for way to get ammunition to get arm and all the kind of things. So Chartered don't care. Where the monies were going by then? It was going beyond gun, it was going beyond ammunition here and there to kill people, your own resources. They use it against you to kill you. So they say 3%. All this thing go. The war finish, we finish killing one another, we kill each other good, we come down to 2003, call for peace and everything. 2005 now we go into election, 2006, we bring in all of the best of educated people, all the best of brains, bring them on to check the laws, back to back. So they agree and say, yeah, the lawyer is good, or even though Chartered was doing it some kind of way, but the lawyer is good. So they continue with this same law, this same mineral amendment or mineral law or what you may call 2000. So the royalty should go to the company. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Maybe get a horse. Like for example, I get my horse and my family. I leave it in my horse. Then strangers come to my horse. They are 98% of the whole entire horse or everything in a horse and give it to a stranger. Then who am I? Who am I? I'm not even more than stranger. Or even I don't want to use some kind of word, but it's like I'm something terrible should be wrong with me. Something terrible. That I will give 98% of my right in my home and give it to someone else. Say, yeah, you carry uncle. If you can do anything. So at the end of the day, everything we are into today with all of the bad practices, bad labor practices, insult of our people stealing from our country, putting our people into agile poverty, everything is about your leadership. When you have bad and terrible and corrupt bunch of people who don't care about you. All they care about is how for you to say munya. And that's what you like. Most of us, that's what we like. Along we say the munya, I will say it's okay for us. Even they can take all the resources and go get rich and do anything they can do. All we want from them is munya. So let me see, Mr. Tishu is here. Let me bring Mr. Tishu on right here. Yeah, but King's Astro right. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Tishu, good evening.
Good evening, Mayborn, and good evening to the listeners around. This is an uncensored, this is an uncensored show. That's why we love Sktv. There's a lot that is happening in the country, and it really, really need a lot of things to be done. Right now, we're in a situation that I don't believe that we're going to get out of it at a slow pace. I believe that things that are happening in Liberia is premeditated by the crooks. This is a planned, organized set of people saying they're in the government that had taken our country at ransom. And we're going to discuss it further as we go on. So thank you, and thank you to the Sktv. I'm be following. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Dishu, and thank God that you've been around for a little time, and with all of the happening, we keep telling our people that all of the property that you are in today, that you're going from church to church, from mosque to mosque, thinking that maybe these are all maybe God's own way of punishing you. No. So all of the prayers, everything that you're into, it is your own leaders, your leadership, the way they are treating you, they feel that in fact they own you, they feel that in fact they can do anything to you and nothing you can do. So they had to put you into urgent poverty. They have their shares, all of different. And thank God, Mr. Dishu, that you here. So let's start from what I just ended with, the issue of the money, because mind you, there are a lot of debates out there, and this is not the first, second, and the third. There are a lot of companies also in Liberia that are into some of the money activities, treating our people anyhow they want to, paying little or nothing to our people who even own the resources. No school, nothing, no hospital, no better life. Everything about people from where they are getting the resources from, they are all living in abject poverty. But what say you, Mr. Dishu? You've been around for a little time, and this dial royalty of 3%. Some of things started in 2000. How come we are still living into some of the laws that have been passed forever so long? Mr. Dishu?
I said we've been having this before this recent time that you're talking about. This had been a long time ago in the negotiations of companies coming to Liberia, Lamco, Bond Mines, all the companies that came and established itself way back had done the same. What has been happening is that our officials have sold our country. That's all I have to say. Legal robbery. Our country being sold out. The forestry, the timber, the gold, the diamond, the iron ore, all have been smuggled out of our country through bad deeds and all of that, make the other people rich, and our people in abject poverty and have no means of survival at this recent time. It's a very, very serious issue. What I would say, Mayborn, is that our problem comes from the negotiation. I've been living here in Europe for past time, and before coming to Europe, I was into the gold and diamond business. I had my prospect license. I brought gold, I took gold from Liberia and carried it to Guinea, and from Guinea to Liberia. I done all of those. That's how come I got to understand that border problem when we were talking about it. I had passed through that particular border to go down to Conakry. The negotiation that for concessions in Liberia, where very few people, representatives or senators, go and sit down to the table and negotiate for the country, had done us bad. And it's still happening. And we must put a stop to this. We see other countries developing. Why not ours? Why not ours? It's because we have been infested into that mindset that you go to negotiate, you got a little small cut on the hand. So you go there, don't talk much. We're related to the executive. The executive will receive their own, they don't talk much. These are the work of those negotiators. We're in a big mess. To unveil such kind of criminal act, we'll ask the government to go back and look at all the concessions agreement and see if it that we have been robbed. We have been robbed legally because those things are written, is documented. But the people have been robbed. And I will always say that Liberia have a system that is being erected and also have been sold out to the people. That systematic thing of planning, getting things for personal indictment, and lie to the people that the agreement, the Liberian people will benefit. When I saw the vice president at B Mountain, he had handling that goal. And we came to the assumption that that was almost $1.62 billion that left our country in 1 year. It nearly left me with tears to know that the people are suffering. And that kind of money, it's not no small money, Melbourne, that's leaving our country. And they're only leaving 3 million or 250 million with us, and with that we're happy. What kind of negotiators are that? People are pure rogues. Pure rogues. Until we come to address such a kind of situation, I think it's going to be hard on us. That's what I have to say for now.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Tishu. Even though I'll be asking you a question, but Ben, you're coming. The refugee man. Ben, what's up? How have you been?
Yeah, not too much, man. How you guys doing?
We are doing great. Rich country, poor people. What say you? Like Mr. Tishu just said, our resources, the people keep taking everything. Some of the things, the same question will go back to Mr. Tishu. When you want to throw, they say that company get being in for example, England, or that country, that company are being from France. So you have to be careful and if you discuss these kind of issue. But what say you, Ben? How come we are living into poverty and people are taking billions of dollars from our country annually? Just imagine that one company taking $1.62 billion per year. So if you have 4 or 5 companies, then what happens? But what say you? Everything.
For me, I see it differently. That will surprise people. One of and I'm looking at it from different endpoint, but Liberia is at its weakest to attract good companies. If we have all these goals in Liberia and all of these resources, why have we asked ourselves why companies are not rushing to Liberia? There are a lot of reasons why companies are not just, people are not falling down over themselves. Well, the competition is not too high. We got more companies coming. There are a lot of reasons. One of the biggest reasons is that Liberia is a very high-risk country. The judicial system is poor. That means if I invest my money in this country, if something happened, can I go to court and seek legal redress, and would I really get it? Of course, we know the answer. The answer is a complete no. What is the cost of doing business in Liberia? The cost is all so high. So those costs, corruption, there are a whole lot of things that you can look at for which country like Liberia, and most of these people will continue to be exploited. It's not going to stop. It's not. For these things to stop, you must have your structures working well. The companies must be able to account to the government. When a company does something, why should a lawmaker leave from Monserrato to go to the company's site to go see them? Of course, you know that they're going in for a bribe. So the companies don't care. They look at all of these companies. Look at all of the stipulation, the things that they're supposed to do before they can start to do business. Most of them say before you can function, we need a hospital. All of those, it says hospital, but go in all of those mining company zones, you will not see hospital, you will see a makeshift clinic. That's not what the document says. The document says hospital, but the government officials will agree for a makeshift clinic to be erected because what? They are taking bribe. So, and when I see lawmakers acting like they are not aware, they are aware of all of these things. They're just making the Liberian people to pretend like they are working when they are not doing anything at all. I'm going to stop there for now, and then.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. Brother AB to joining us, and AB, welcome. Let's see you, my dear brother. Which country, poor people?
Thank you, Mabel. Let me say good afternoon or good evening to you, and good afternoon to my dear brother Dishu, and then the refugee man. Ben. It's great to be here, guys. You guys are on point, and I would just like to add up to things. And sometime when this conversation comes out, sometimes it's good to do some comparative analysis on issues or compare your country and other African countries that are benefiting from their resources. Maybe I would like to delve into two countries, but
AB?
You there with me? You got
Yes,
me?
okay. All right, now
Thank
you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mabel. I'm saying that Botswana is one country that is largely enjoying their resources. Their people, they get free healthcare or minimum amount they pay for healthcare. And they got free education from elementary all the way through college. The students never worry about anything when it comes to tuition for education, no matter at what level. It's free. They got a population less than 3 million people. But they are equally in the extractive industry, meaning largely their economy depends on diamond. But they're not just allowing that diamond to be extracted out of that country. They are making maximum use of it for the betterment of their country. And that betterment is heavily driven by educating the young people, the younger generation, for tomorrow's economic world. But Liberia can't point to anything as such. Liberia is largely in the extractive industry, taking the resources and doing nothing physically in the country. This is some of the reason why the place like Burkina Faso, when Ibrahim Traore took over, he demanded, and today is yielding result for that country, that you're not just going to take the raw gold out of that country. It will be processed in the country, and whatever is entitled to the country will be, we will have it right there before you leave. He told France that. By the way, France get largest reserve of gold when they are not producing gold. But they go all around the world and take all the golds and take it in a country in the reserve. So Traore told them, it's not going to happen in Burkina Faso. That's the reason why Burkina Faso is where it is today positively. The demanding it. Maybe from 1926 up to today, you have a company in Liberia that produces Liberia, the second largest producer of rubber in the world. You can't rubber band, you never produce it in the country. Until today, you have an Indian man that got no rubber farm of his own, but he's telling you today that in a few years I'll be producing tires in this country to be exported as well as used domestically. We had a Firestone company in that country that refused to do those things. They put the country under the guise, oh, you know, the rubber is substandard. But mind you, Mabel, are you aware that Firestone takes some of that rubber and carry it in Ghana and produce raw material in Ghana, Liberia's rubber? That's what they were doing to the country. And because those things you talk about unemployment, employment will be enhanced if the resources of the country is be fully utilized in the direction of you extract it, you produce things, you export. Those that are the finishing line over there, they are all going to be they're going to be benefiting from jobs. But that's not the case with Liberia. Look at what happened with that B Mountain. Look at what they're telling you. They're telling you about billions, then they give you minute, infinitesimal amount of things for your own resources. And when they have extracted everything from that place, case in point is going to be like the Liberia Mining Company in Bummy Hills, in Bummy County. That place is just an abandoned land today. You have extracted everything from there. You leave the wasteland like that and go by your business. So until people can stand up to some of these agreements, no matter the ramifications, the consequences, so they got to, it has to be the interest. They got to put all of the thing in black and white. I heard Ben and my dear brother Dishi talking about the likes of Bomb Mines and Lamco. Maybe those companies came in Liberia benefited for years until the war. Everything that was asked of them, almost they did them. You had the best hospital in Bomb Mines. You had good hospital in Lamco. Lamco was like a foreign land, in fact. You go to the places, students used to go there for vacations. Those concession areas were beautiful places. And but that's not the case today. You go, you look at like the one you got in Nima County there, they bring container and put workers there in it. And they talk about this, and your president got out and went there and praised them. What do you expect the man to tell you next? If you're giving the man all of the accolades, and yesterday the people are in deplorable conditions, living in completely hazardous situations, what do you expect? I know we'll expand on some of this thing, man. I just wanted to highlight a few of those points, man. But it's great to be here.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. But AB, let's go back to Mr. Dishu. Mr. Dishu, I think the reason why people always have in leadership is to do the right thing, because everybody can go on the drawing board, or better stay on the table to discuss. So we have to select a few maybe people to go there and represent us. But Mr. Dishu, from all indications, it seems like our leaders, they don't care and they play politics. So do you think that Liberia will graduate from this thing, or do you think that maybe they may also cause chaos? Because if things go out of hand, for example, because the people, even this is not only happening with some of the maybe renowned companies that have been recognized, but also there are a lot of mining activities, Class C, Class D. People just tuning the entire community, the soil, they're turning it upside down, taking a lot of resources back to back. Do you think that this will be one of the maybe major issues, or maybe issues that will cause chaos in the future, Mr. Dishu?
Well, summarizing from what you just said, I would believe that corruption in Liberia remains entrenched across administrations. Since 2015, multiple high-profile scandals have revealed how public funds and natural resources are diverted to the elite. For example, Corruption Commission indicates in 2024, Finance Minister Samuel Tue and all the other things that have caused a lot of problems. The problem that the president, in another case with the LCC, indicates that the president and board of Lupa County University, so these things have been institutionalized, and it's hard to get out of it. If you're a good person and you enter one of the agencies to work, or government area to work, you'll be trapped into the setting that they have there already, or they will remove you. We really need reform measures, are urgently needed. We need reform in our country. It's so bad that we see ourselves in modern days having this kind of problem when everybody around us improving and we still being held down because of how we present ourselves to foreigners when they come to negotiate for what we have. This is a serious problem. Like what Abraham was saying, I used to go to Bomb Mine for weekend. Go for Friday and come back Sunday evening. I didn't used to even try to go to Ivory Coast or Ghana and think for vacation. I want good vacation, you go Nima. You want good vacation, you go Bon Mines. Swimming pool, hotel. I used to take the hotel 3 days, weekend. And we enjoy ourselves. All of that got missing when the war came in. When the war came in, it was a serious thing of these people getting it right. We failed. And that's still being carried on up until now. Until we have ourselves to blame for electing these kind of people, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard because from a society problem, it has gone cultural. And once it goes cultural, it's something that we cannot break anymore, because if a man believes that the song was saying, you kill my mom, you kill my pa, those rhetorics have been handling our elections for the last 5 or 6 elections. You know, where people will come out and bring out something, oh, Papa, we forgive you and all of that, and they bring you back to power. These things have messed our culture system up. And until we get back to it, it's going to be hard. That's what I have to say for now until we can go further.
Wonderful. Reverend Jimmy, what say you quickly? I have this piece coming from Nimud Boss, one of the civil society organization, Eddie Jawolo, and you have this piece quickly. He said, when the deep state gets involved, it is painful to watch our country's resources taken, while ordinary people struggle every day. Many now see the B Mountain as operating under the protection of powerful forces, with whispers that some officials and other security actors may be benefiting behind closed doors. People are losing trust in leaders who are supposed to protect the nation, but may instead be protecting their own interest. So this hurt because Liberia belongs to all of us, not a few. One day, the frustration of the people will turn into actions. Citizens will stand up, raise their voices, and demand what is rightfully theirs. That day will come. Then, what say you? Which day that we think that will come? And are we heading to that day gradually? Because every time we wait for international community to come and give us money, but we have all of the monies, we have all of the resources.
You know, whoever wrote that letter, these are some of the people that I have problem with. There's a reason why they are in those places where they are. Because when the government signs these contracts, these institutions see these, they look at the contracts, they see it. So it is not, I hate when people start to act as if they're surprised about what is going on. These things are documents. You want to tell me that you didn't see these documents? All of you saw them. This should not be a surprise. But to pretend that, oh, this thing just dropped from the sky and today it just happened, that's the part that gets to me. You can come and say, look, we all dropped the ball. We saw these things and we didn't say anything. I mean, with your level of expertise and the position that you hold in this country, not one lawmaker should be questioning today. Not one. Not any institution in the country that is supposed to be holding people accountable. So the only time you are making this statement is because of what you just heard. Where were the same people? Isn't that the same B Mountain where people got killed? And what happened there? Isn't it the same B Mountain where we got our police there guiding the poor facility? What has happened? If Liberian citizens die and the government did not do anything to warrant any thorough investigation, that go somewhere will see they will do something for? No. Or maybe because there is money, so they have interest. But in fact, all of them have taken bribe. All of them. And to take these bribes consistently and see somebody telling me, oh, we got to go revisit these agreements that we have. No, stop lying, because you're not going to revisit anything. This is just the news for just 1 week, 2 weeks, and we'll be gone. How far are we with Guinea? You know, the whole Guinea thing is almost like an acceptance. It has become a part of us now that we have to accept it. That, oh,
it's a norm now. It's
a norm. That's
living with it.
And this is the country you say you want to do what to somebody when you already you accept it, that yes, Guinea is part of us now. And you want to tell me that the lawmakers will be serious? Oh, they're so concerned. These people are ripping us up. That company did not sign with themselves. They signed with Liberians.
Of course.
They signed with Liberia. And when a new government comes on, every government, when you come on, you're supposed to revisit these agreements. The reason why you revisit is not that you have power to cancel them, because these things can be very difficult to actually cancel.
Yep.
They've been signed. It's difficult. The thing is, you must have the Liberian people on your side. You must call them what you bet and what is there. So when things are going haywire, the Liberian people will say, oh, these people told us this is what was there. Today, the vice president talking, come on, VP, you were on the other side just few months ago. You were on this other side dining with CDC. Today, he was UP now. Oh, the epiphany has just, man, I'm tired of these people, man. I rest my case.
Well, thank you. Yes, but AB was saying before we go for the news break, we have about 3 more minutes to go.
Yeah, you know, what Ben was talking about, Mabon. Until people be responsible, until they draw the line, they know the demarcations, the do and the don'ts on these things, you're gonna find it difficult in Liberia. Look, maybe when I was in school in Liberia at the university, I had a professor. One thing that guy used to emphasize every day when he comes to it was a management course I was doing at the time. And then he will always state this thing. I think the guy's name was Clifford Young. I still remember his name. He will state this thing, maybe he said there is nothing like a free lunch. Look, maybe I've been around for some time too. I've seen presidents in our country. I don't know of any president that ever got out to go to any other companies around in Liberia to tell them that, let me use a helicopter for any reason. But you have a president now, that very big mountain, that loafer trip that your president made, that big mountain plane he used. So pray tell me, if a man at the hem of the country is compromised like that, because definitely they're not just why when President Baga, former vice president, B. Martin now call you one day, say, come ride up in here. We'll go to you free. Oh yeah, our car, you can't drive it all around my river town here. They never did that. But because they know that he's the president of the nation, if they can compromise him like that, obviously everybody is going to be in their pocket. And that's the situation. Not one time, not two times. From my understanding, that very company even donated vehicles and other things to other political parties and the campaigns and other kind of things. You are compromised. And it got something they call reciprocity. You will have to pay by the good. Whatever that man did for you, consciously you say, yeah, myself, I got to do something for the man too, because he's doing me good. You don't do that. You draw the lines. Look, you got to maintain your integrity. But if every little thing will catch you, just imagine, we face a problem with Guinea today, Mayborn, because Guinea decided to give a full picker for to give them one human being for them to go kill. Or whatever they wanted to do, they did that. So right now you got nothing to tell Guinea. It's the same case with this very B Martin you're talking about today. B Martin have demolished whole towns. They said they relocated the people and so on and so forth, because they sense that under that town, the ground over there, there are gold deposit that they needed to get. Now my problem is that all of it. And the question there is that what are you doing to replenish some of these things eventually? Because this is an extractive industry. You're taking things or you're not putting it back. After a while, when the diamond finishing sector of Mayborn Depot gone, they're not going to be saying like, they say, you know what, we love Liberia, we're going to be here. No way. They're not going to do it. So if you talk about all of these things, at the top, the people go there, they get the cars, they get the gas, they get everything. They are compromised. You're not going to be resolute about decisions. You're not going to do it. You'll be skeptical because why you want to pay this man back for some of the good that he has done for you. So it's the problem with our country right now, Mabel. Until people can be resolute and respect the office for which they are in and holding, it's going to be a difficult thing. They are compromised in so many shape or form.
Wonderful. Thank you, Brother Ali, to joining us. I think, yeah, so we will move on. Brother Ali, I thought you were a little bit busy, but thank you. We're going to have Mark into the broadcast. Thank you also for joining us. What say you, my dear brother, you from Grand Caymount, son of Grand Caymount? You've been talking, like, Ben was talking about why people are, maybe why they not been talking. No, I think people have been talking, but maybe the government just choose to play that blame. Actually, about. Welcome, Brother Ali.
Thank you, Mayborn. Thank you, Mr. Conan, Refugee Man, Mr. Dishu.
You're breaking in, Ali. Ali, you there? I think you got a signal problem, Mabel.
Maybe I'm going to the news already.
Glad to.
No, Mabel.
Yeah, we're about to go for the news.
Yes. Okay. So maybe when we come back.
Yes. So I just go for the news.
Yes.
We'll come back, please.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll hang on, maybe on there after the news, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Is now going through an inspection tour of the B mountain activities in Liberia. Usually there are a lot of issues that B mountain takes a lot of gold that is unregulated, that is not monitored and all of that. So it's part of his visit here today, as well as their planned expansion activities here in Liberia as well. The government is key on maintaining already large-scale investments, as well as attracting other new investors as well. So once they're ready with the guided tour, we will start off from here. My name is Diamond Slanger, and so you're looking at the smelter there. On the big screen, the one that is zoomed in, that is the smelter. You can see the gold is being smelted. It's a large-scale operation here. And the Vice President is here with his entourage. The Ministry of Mines is also represented. So, Ministry of Mines is here. Okay.
He's always here.
Okay.
When we are doing gold tour, the Minister of Mines representative always representing, and he's putting his signatures, all the documents. So it's going to be all under control of LRA here. LRA is also custom.
Custom, yeah. So the method of recovery will be for the benefit of explain the method of recovery, how the gold is recovered, how the gold is transferred into the plants.
Look at this picture. So this is our plant. So after we produce ore from the underground and open pit, the ore is coming here. So these materials are containing gold, different grades. Some of them 1 gram, some of them 3 grams, some of them 4 grams. So we make a recipe and we feed it into the plant from here. We have our first crusher here and we start sizing the material. And then it comes to the screens and the fine material is continued. The coarse material going to the second crusher, and then we crush it again, and it's coming to another screen, and this screen we are loading fine crush ore into this fine ore area. From here, we are feeding our mill, and into the mills, this material, this crush material become 75 micron, less than 0.1 millimeter. It becomes like a dust. So with doing all these physical crushing and grinding thing, it's liberating gold out of rocks. After this, we are managing the liquid, water, and the solid ratio here. So we are making 45% solid, 55% water in this thickening, and then we are pumping it into our CIL tanks. Here, this slurry is mixed with the cyanide, and cyanide extracting solid gold to the liquid, and it's making a chemical reaction, and it becomes, instead of solid gold, it becomes ROCN, and it's going into the liquid phase. When it comes to the liquid phase, we have small organic carbons, and these organic carbons are made by the coconut shells. When you burn these coconut shells, it becomes organic carbon. These organic carbons, like screen, you know how you are fishing with the screens, nets. These organic carbons fishing this extracted gold from the water, and collecting all these extracted gold onto the carbons. Then we are pumping these carbons into the elution plant. And in the elution plant, we are putting it into the tank. We pressurize it, we put hot water, more than 100 Celsius, because it has pressure. And this, when you put this hot water, this net is going to be extended. And with the flow, you can get all these gold molecules out of carbons, and you're going to have a pregnant solution where you put 3 gram gold. In this solution, it increased 1,000 grams. And then this pregnant solution, we are sending it to the electrowinning cells into the gold room, where we will see it very shortly. And we have cathodes and anodes into these electrolysis cells. We are giving 800 ampere with 2.2 voltage, and this potential is lost 1 electron from the gold cyanide molecule. Instead of staying in the liquid phase, now it's passing to the solid phase, and it's attached to the cathodes. And after we finish electrolysis, we are just washing it like how you are washing the cars with the pressure water. You filter it and you get the gold dusts. After you have the gold dust, you put it into the furnace and you melt it and you put it into the bullion. You make it the bullion.
So how many tons of gold?
A month? We are producing almost 1,000 ounces per day, so it's going to be 30,000 ounces multiplied by 31 gram, 900 kilo.
900 kilo.
Yeah, now they are washing gold. You see, this is how they are washing gold.
So it's almost 1 ton of gold every month.
Almost 1 ton.
Okay.
We can go inside.
So the VP is still on his guided tour here of the mining activities. The Vice President is moving in. As you can see, this is what's happening here live. What we were being told is what we see here now live.
And we put it in the water, and then we put it in the sand,
So looking at the furnace. So the vice president is watching the process, the gold being smelted. Excuse me. So you can see so we are watching the process here. The vice president is on an inspection tour of the activities of the mining company. Earlier, he was treated to a presentation by the company. We were brought in to see the process. So once the gold is smelted, they will then go into the mold that you can see there. So the process is ongoing. We were told how it is done, and now we're seeing it here.
They can take
So this is the real process. So that's the safe. After they've smelted and molded the gold, they then sign. The Ministry of Mines and Energy Agencies here signs, and B Mining will also sign, and then the store the gold bars away. So that is part of the accountability mechanism for transparency, that gold is not lifted, that is not recorded.
Well. So, folks, we're back after the news bulletin. 15 minutes of news work. We are back with our show. We continue with the show up to 7:30. And better still, at 7:30, we'll go to the line to interview our callers, our listeners out there. Those of you who are always following this broadcast. Indeed, these are some of the highlights from the mountain over the weekend. The vice president of the Republic of Liberia, yes, Jeremiah Kwankong visited the site there in Grand Cayman, and there are a lot of series of mixed reactions from there. But at the end of the day, B Mountain, that we've been saying and we keep saying, is not the only company. So many companies, and back, let me ask some of our panelists on this show as to what are some of the I don't know what but AB said. Let me ask them first. AB, are you okay?
Yeah, maybe on.
Okay, that's good. I guess that Mr. Dishutu also another refugee man. But AB, that begin with you with some of the intake or some of the monies or some of the royalties that have been given maybe to our government. Let also and also. We want to blame some of the companies too in the name of okay, they are not been doing well, they are terrible, they are bad, they are this and that. But at the end of the day, they give a lot of monies to our people, to our government, to our leaders, and some of the monies our people don't even see anything.
You know, the thing about it is that I heard the journalist Diamond Slanger talking about the process in terms of accountability that is put in place. I don't think that's the issue. The issue here is that the resources of Liberia, how much is it benefiting the country? If you're telling a man, you come here, take your resources, and out of whatever is generated, he gave you maybe 3% or whatever percentage you say, as compared to taking exorbitant amount away. That's the issue here. It's not a question. I mean, it's a known fact that they get people over there to know how much gold is being extracted from the country. But the question there is that amount of gold, where are the benefits to point to? You still got dirt roads over there. They kind of put gravel on it to tell you that, oh, this is it. And, that's not the case. The people are not sure. Like I told you, you got a place like Botswana. The Liberia is way bigger than everything in terms of order and everything. People are benefiting from just their gold that they're taking from their country. They're going to school free up to college level. Medical is not their problem. One time I was watching a video where they were interviewing the students, and the students are telling you immediately you start school, your medical is nothing to worry about. Job placement is nothing to worry about. You don't have all of these incentives in the country. So for Jeremiah Cohn to go stand over there to be explaining all those things to him, by the way, there are some jargon over there, he's not even going to understand that. But that is just a photo up over there. The question there is that what are you doing at the legislative and the executive branch to make sure that the plight of the people are prioritized? And lastly, the very big mountain. Big mountain is primarily for the western part of the country in terms of their resources being taken away. Our people over there in Cape Mine, other places that I just heard that B Mountain is supposed to go in central Liberia or what other part to go build a stadium or whatever. But wait a minute, what happened with our western region? Where are you taking the resources from there? Can they build something there for the people? You got Cape Mine, you got Bomi, you got Bapolo, all of them. That's the western region over there. What are you doing for that? So maybe that's the issue here under discussion. What are the Liberians benefiting? Again, let me just end on this that Liberia Mining Company closed down today, and in Bomi Hills, the people got nothing to show for that place over there in the Mana River area there. Nothing they got to show that company over there for. Only thing they got to show you, they got to show you the BP holes that they dug around the place and they left it like that and they went by the business. That's all they got to show people. But let me give the others a chance to come in.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Tishu. What say you? Yes, what say you with all of the happening, the resources and some of the royalties that have been given back to our leaders or to our country? Where the money is going? And like my brother Faibi just said, you taking the people that are supposed to benefit directly, you're taking all of that benefit and you're carrying it somewhere where I don't even know how to even describe it, even though the resources belong to the country. But I think there should be a first province that we will have the Nima County, the Bon, the Yes, another the Grand Bassa, right? The Nima County, the Grand Bassa, they have that cedar meter between them, and they are benefiting. How come these things happening? And the monies, the people, no school, no hospital, but the royalty. Where the money is going?
Remember, Liberia is a failed state. The leadership crisis and historical mistakes. One cannot talk about Liberia trouble without examining the different eras of leadership that have shaped its trajectory. Each period seems riddled with shortcomings and lack of vision regarding the country's vast wealth. The greatest mistake has been undervaluating and sell off the Liberian natural resources. Concessions agreement negotiated by government officials. They have frequently favored of the foreign nations and multilateral cooperation rather than the Liberian people. These deals are often extract billions of dollars worth of resources while providing minimum reinvestment in local communities. Rivers of gold, iron ore, timber have all flown out of Liberia, yet our schools remain dilapidated, the healthcare system non-functional, and the infrastructure is underdeveloped. The pattern, I think, of the exploration revealed the leadership crisis. A failure by those entrusted with steering the countries towards growth and stability, mismanaged everything, and lack of patriotism have entered the vacuum with foreign entities eagerly to fill up the benefits. So we're in a big mess. The royal corruption has played a significant part in why we cannot go further, because it's a pattern. Until we try to break up that pattern, I think we're still going to be where we are in the future, because we have not put ourselves to a position that we have seen these things, we have experienced these things, but yet and still we have no answer in concluding in how our people are going to be better benefited. So it's going to be a call of action. It have to be.
Wonderful, thank you, Reverend Jimmy. What say you? Where the money is going? How come
Yeah,
keep
so
complaining and even no school
you
to even
know,
talk about even the road? In fact, someone was saying about maybe in fact the listing should be even the road, but see all of the roads that even heading to the company or in fact to even be mad. Just not only be mad, that's why for me I don't want to really restrict the entire company to even be mad. But most of the companies, no road, no school, nothing. So what the money is going on the construction agreements?
you know, I just put up the document. I will read it. I think it's about four. It's not much. I think it's about 40 pages. But the only thing that actually grabbed my attention, I was looking at the signature, the people that signed. It was on the 28th of November 2021. I think like Rick had like 9 signatures on that paper. You know how the signature B Martin got on that whole thing? One person for B Martin, one person. The signature includes the minister of Land and Miles. We have the Minister of Finance, the chairman of the National Investment Commission is also there. The Minister of Justice signed on there. And oh, who else? The President of the Republic of Liberia in 2021. So all of these people are aware of these things. These things that are happening are not happening in a vacuum. In the first place, if you go to do mining anywhere, we know a few things that will happen there. There will be destruction of the people, the water, and the food that they eat. How many pumps are you seeing in Great Mountain, in people in the B Mountain area? Are there pumps there? Of course not. They still go to the creek and still draw the same dirty water. Something that is going to harm them and kill them. You know what it takes for people to go dig in other people areas, in other countries? You pay for all of those things, the environment, everything will be paid for. You damage the people can drink from the water, the fish and all that is that all of those marines that are in those waters, because they will be a lot of them will not be good for consumption. All of these things are in this agreement. But when these companies sign these things, the government goes back there and send its people. I mean, what is the vice president doing here, by the way? What is the vice president doing here? I mean, like, this is the vice president of our country. What is he doing with a small company like B Mountain, to come in and see, to do what? You want to tell me the land and mines minister alone can't come here with a few people? You have to drive to Cape Mount. You can subpoena any document you want for that company. But guess what? They're not going to do it because they are aware of all of the deals and all of the shortcuts that it make these companies to go through.
But Ben, just to a point, the vice president is a signatory. He's one of the senators that signed on an agreement. He was one of the senators.
Then you also sound like he surprised.
Yeah,
surprising to him.
Yeah.
Man.
But you know,
yeah.
Let me just come in on the thing here. You know, sometimes when we saying these things, maybe the gold extracted from B Mountain in 2025, you know how much was it worth? $1 billion. 2025 amounted to almost around $1 billion. And there's another, I think they got another subsidiary company in that place they call it Pasofini Gold Dubai. That's another group. That's another group that operated, I think, on a B Mountain or so and so forth. So they're telling you that they said the gold extractor in Liberia in 2025 dominated huge, high volume industrial mining, primarily by B Mountain Mining Corporation, which produces over $1 billion annually, alongside significant and expanding projects like the Pasofini Gold Dubai. I've not heard about that before, but this is the record I'm reading here on these people. So that's how much the worth of the resources at the table. Look at the places there. Look at the places. Forget about the structures there, but even the road leading to the place here. Or everything you pay those things.
And but I think this is one of the other village or the nearby village.
And then maybe you'll come in. What Ben was talking about, the environmental degradations they're talking about. Just last year or so, they were talking about how the people were drinking bad water over there, were creating problems for people. Even the fishes in the water were dying. The people couldn't even go to the places to the stream and other things to fetch water and other things. So all the environmental degradation Ben was talking about is so true. People are affected by all of those things. Now they come one time, they gave you one hand pump in the town and so forth. What happened with all of the environment that has been completely damaged over there? So it's a tough situation, but anyway.
Yeah. So let me just add up to you people quickly. I think Brother Ali just entering here with us already at some point, and quickly then we'll go to the line to interact with our people.
Ali, you know more about that, please.
Yes, but again, it's quite frustrating. Ben, Brother AB, and other Mr. Dishu, even the workforce, the Liberian who are also working there, I don't even know how much they are making. But according to all informations, we get a report that almost most of the workforce there, they are all foreign based. It's like, in fact, we have a football club where we have foreign based players. Most of the workforce, they are all foreign based, including drivers, cook, and all of these mechanics and all of this small work that Liberians here can do. All the work have been given to foreign people. I don't even know where all of this frustration or where all of these, I don't know whether is is something that is pushing us. Oh, I don't get it. But anyway, Brother Ali, who been there, can maybe briefly tell us exactly about some of his own observations, some of the fear tactics, because I've been getting other information, even from security, that they have a lot of security officers who are also assigned there, who are also been paid. Some of them allegedly that they have been paid 1,800, and the government will give them 800 according to unconfirmed reports. Some of the information that we've been getting for ever so long. Some of our officers who are also assigned at that end. So because of the gold money, we have huge presence of security officers who are there. People also been informing us that even trying to have the gold maybe out of that site or out of that area, there can be huge security person like somebody guarding the president. But again, Brother Ali, good evening and welcome. We were on, but you had to go for the break because of the news.
Yeah, Mabel. Thank you there. Thanks to everyone. Like I was saying, the issue about Kinjo, that today business. Like when people say, oh yes, President Bwaka then signed or Buko's concession, or those were some of the Buko's concession that was signed by their administration. Because we work in Kinjo today, where you saw Jeremiah Kun, that whole area, the processing plant, they call it plant site, we built that area. I was the material controller for that project. During the entire Ebola pandemic, that's the work we were doing in Grand Kidman County. Okay? And like you were saying, when we got you with that project, Mayborn, every Thursday, the chapel will come to carry boxes of gold. And when they say Thursday, 9 o'clock in the morning, you will see ERU, PSU, AFL personnel. Those guys will be well armed like they are going on the war front. They will come, they standing to the bushes, protecting our area till the chapel lane. When the chapel land, they will enter the gold room. You see that with the boxes of gold, just like when people running with ammo, till they put it on the chapel, a pickup, then you see them coming from the butches. That was under the administration of Madam Sedi and President Bwakai. And this is how the people you see, that picture you were just showing, see the amount of gold and diamond that coming from over there. People will say, oh yes, they're taking gold and things from King George. It's not just gold. There are so many minerals today, those people taking from over there, because we installed 4 agitators at the gold room for 4 different minerals that are coming from out of King George. Today, see the people of King George, they signed that one of the most dangerous chemicals in the world that they can apply on the gold to bake it and look like a jet bricks. Today, the people living in that place. See that living condition. Enter Camp David where the expatriates are. See that clinic in there, the medicine that the Jahayeke Koluba told you, it can supply the whole of Grand Kidman County. But today they will have to carry medicine to Sinje, when some leave over before they carry to King George Clinic. Today, maybe when you sick, when they call the ambulance, they call the company, oh yeah, maybe say, go, we need the ambulance to carry in Sinje or Morovia. They will say the ambulance here, but no fuel. Your parent will have to say, your people will say, okay, let the ambulance come, we'll put fuel in it. They will put fuel in the ambulance to take you to Sinje or to bring you to Morovia. This is the life the people living over there today. And these are some of the things we say, President Bwaka, you said you were an old car parking in the garage. You were one of the signatories to that concession agreement. What are you going to do about it? Daba Vapla, you are a daughter of Grand Kidman County. They know what their people are going through. Look at King George today. See the kind of dead breaks the people are living in. We were in King George because they said the town was setting over the mineral. So they had old King George and new King George. And that's how they relocated the town. You see, Maybon? And their own children, when we were over there trying to relocate us, that time, Abraham Masale, he told the people, he said, you shouldn't leave from here. You make sure that the people build your horses. They told you they were going to build your modern horses. They think the building for you is not good. You shouldn't move there. Sheikh Soni, one of their own son, Jedi Soare, one of their own son, press the button, they let Mustafa. Kende Samula, then they told the company, you know why? You shouldn't send buses for them. Let them be walking from here to go to work. It will encourage them to move. You will drop your horse today, you move inside tomorrow. You know how many people die in Kinjo because of that? Their own people were the one that are sending them. Today, see the processing plant. They're doing expansion, talking about bringing to employ another 2,000 workers. We been over there. They will bring the Turkish people. Liberia will be the one teaching them how to operate the ADT, the drill rigs, the truck them in the mine. Liberians are the one that teaching them how to use those machines. At the end of the day, they pay the Liberian 500, 600, are teaching Melbourne making 7,000. This is what happening in Kinjo. And our lawmakers know, every one of them, government, they know what's going on in Kinjo. Not because Jeremiah couldn't go there, they want to be pretending like they know. This is something that they know about. When we were working over there, the manager told me, he said the moment we finish with the processing plan, when these people mine for 1 year, they finish getting all their money. Anything they do here will just be profit making. And it was Orius Mining and Beer Mountain that will carry on that project. As soon as they mine for 1 year, Orius Mining sold their share, they left. Today, Beer Mountain there. Orius Mining sold their share to Avosoro. Avosoro Kings MNG Gold Mine. So the Turkish people, when I go, I finish making my profit, I sell it to Mr. Kone. When Mr. Kone too buy it, finish making a profit, he sell it to Mr. Dishu. This is how they operate in Kinjo. But see the people living condition today. Even when you go to the clinic, Kinjo clinic, my wife was there. She worked at the clinic as she's a registered nurse. When you go to the clinic today, they give you prescription. You go to the pharmacy to buy drugs. You go back to the clinic, they treat you. This up to present, this is how Kinjo looking. But that's Liberia for us. Why can
my dear brother,
you
saying a lot of terrible things,
see?
that I think I don't know how long we're going to be into this kind of situation. When we play this video, I think this incident happened 2025, I think February 26th, I stand to be corrected, when people protested in Bali.
Those are the ERE guys coming down, shooting at the surveyor. You can see them. You can see them. They're shooting. I think you can see. I'm going to the hospital.
Well, so that's it. We're about to go to the line, but in short, let me just say this quickly to all of us as people. Everything that is happening today, we always say the kind of thing that when the rain fall, it don't fall on one group of people. This is not about political party. This is not about who are in power, who not in power. This is about how we think that we can graduate from the other mess that we're in today that we call quote-unquote system. Some of us have been saying these things. Liberia field system is what getting us today to where we are, but let's move to the line and need to review our callers. To this first caller, David King, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Yeah, this is David King, and I co-chair for operation for the concern.
Maybe on that not clear, man.
You know, we have come under the umbrella to inform our government that all of the bad practices that have been carried out against our country is about time the government give us justice. We cannot have the people taking our mineral from here and we're getting nothing. I look at Jeremiah Kuhn's face over there, pretending to be innocent of what is happening. Jeremiah Kuhn came to the legislature 2011. Jeremiah Kuhn formed part of what happened at Beer Mountain, then Oriole Mine. But then he went there and pretended like he don't know what is going on there. They gave him a $3 million gold that he was holding in his hand, according to the extended water spoon. But these people, they will do nothing good. If these people cannot, they could not lead 3 or 4 political parties, they cannot lead a country like Liberia. And this is why Mr. Parker continue to bring private jets into the country and fly.
All right, thank you. David King, your voice. I don't know whether you went for someone party. Today's caller, good evening.
Thank you. This is Edward Carr, and I'm the visionary player that is pushing for the return of President. We are members of the Concerned Liberian for Justice. You know, we have a serious problem in Liberia, and the first thing that we have done to ourselves, when the concession company, the first thing we have done to ourselves is that we don't even know what we have. We have not done a comprehensive survey of our natural resources. So that when you member come, you tell me say you want to invest in Bomi County, I will tell you what I got in Bomi County and then the percentage is discussed. When you come, you tell me say you want to invest in Bomi County, I say okay, billboard, go there, do your survey, come and tell me what is there, then we'll go into the agreement. By that time, you think what kind of fair analysis I'll be coming with? I'm the one that doing the investment. I want good percentage. And the end analysis, the people can't rely on the oath. You think that the percentage that the people are giving, the amount of gold that they are talking about, you think that the amount of gold that they are taking out of the job on a monthly basis? That is not the amount of gold. But the only thing we can do is for us to sit down and really read things and see about shutting some of these people that down and read direct what we can do. They want to dig in
But when will this thing happen when we are politically charged? Because all of our leadership, the only thing they give to us is politics. They say, okay, yes, let's give them the politics while they are discussing about political parties here and there, and we are getting rich.
But this is what they will do to defy also that they will continue to mail on us. Since the incident occurred when the vice president visited King George, when you found a various posts, people that are working senior officials in this government are even against the bill money or being ruined CDC headquarters construction. So how we will not politicize it? But when issue of this come like this come up, we hold together and see how best we can handle it. We can do it the best way. And let me say that before I drop the line. Jeremiah Kuhn is lying to us. He know what happened. In one of their rescue government, when the guy was shot and killed, he break him up. You think why they was shot and killed?
All right, thank you to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor, and good evening, fellow panelists. My name is T.O.P. Willie. I am the Secretary General of the Concerned Liberian for Justice.
There you go.
You know, the calls are going to be held in the coming days because we sat in our corner, we sat in our process, we saw the rule-based orders were being violated. And people who were supposed to be protecting those rules and orders, in fact, were the ones who were violating it. You know, it has become like the model operandi of Liberia. There is no rule or law that has not been broken by this particular system. When we look, we see whether it is financial law, whether it is labor law, whether it is human rights law, are all violated. This is the country that people have not been in court since they were arrested in some kind of or knee-jerk manner in language in the empire, although medical practitioners involved and should be going on to take treatment, but then they say language in the empire. This is the country. This is the country that a second lawmaker is for his way to Washington to complain to the police director because the rule of law is broken down. No law and order. Some people in this society see that they have what the law, they are the law in the gospel.
All right, thank you to this caller. Good evening.
Yeah, let me say good evening to you, brother Mayborn. And good evening or hello morning to the panelists. You know, it baffled me when I saw the video. I saw our vice president behaving innocent of what is unfolding over there. It's not innocent. You were seeing as a senator, you could becoming vice president. Even I was president now. He was then vice president when those people came in this What were their inputs?
I think in 2013.
Mabel, you there? Yeah, I think Mabel's stuck.
Yes, maybe. Yeah, that's the problem. That network problem again.
Yeah.
And this is the question I always asking when they were digging the invisible part, the PHP pack. They said because of the cable was lying under a monument, so they had to dig for them to lay the cable good so that Liberia can get stable network in
Yeah.
the senatorial by-election in Nima County. Why are we still having network problem? But
That
Mr.
is,
Connor, you and I know here, what you pay for is what you get. If you will
of
go take
course.
$15 play for cricket, you will get $15 network. If
If you
you
go
go
to,
take
if you go,
$60 play, you will get a $60 network. So
if you
what they
get,
pay for is what they're getting. It's not about going to be digging cable and say this and that. Yes, that's why.
if you buy Boost Mobile yet, Boost Mobile service you'll get.
That's why you will get. You see? So that issue about them digging ground to do cable and thing, they were just wasting their time. Pay
Yeah.
for quality service and your country will get a quality network. You
Just
see?
those are political gimmick. Every time when
Yes.
you have an election, that's when they come and do those quasi projects here and there. Oh, we're doing this, we're doing that, you know.
That
Just
issue in Kinjo, when I work in Kinjo, I left from there. When I went back, I started working in the mine with the geology department. Oh, Mr. Connect, sometimes when we blast, when we finish blasting, when you see how the whole ground turn upside down, when you see mineral, you say yes. You see? But yes, I work with drill and blast in Kinjo up the mine. We were doing the blasting. You see, after the drill, we finish do all the drilling. We get people to drop all the booster. They get certain chemical from China called booster, and then we run all the line. Then we put the serine on now. Everybody in the town should be aware that it is time to blast. When we blast the whole ground, everything, see the amount of horses that are cracked in Kinjo today, people are living in as a result of the blasting. Because when we blast, the whole ground can shake. When you go, you stay, you see in the pit. When you strong, your eye will be sinking. But see the people living condition today in Kinjo. Let's forget about the whole of
and
Greater
you know,
Makati. But
they will leave all
Kinjo,
that pit like that and go. They will leave everything like that
yes,
eventually
they
when the
will leave all
mining
that
finish
pit
and
like
go.
that and go.
Yep.
You see, I
Yeah.
don't really know, like, rich country, poor people.
Yeah,
I can't say that.
that's why I wanted to talk about rich. I mean, rich government, not rich people. Rich government, poor people. You know, that is what we've been going through, and that is what we can be characterized by. You know, while it is not easy to point fingers at a corrupt official, it should also be essential for us to reflect on the complexity of our electorates, the people who go to vote for the people. In Liberia, the complex.
Wait, brother. You say what is
Yeah,
that? It's not easy. It is very easy to point at them.
yeah.
It's very, very.
I use the word why. It is not
Maybe,
easy to point
yeah,
finger at a corrupt
Guys,
officer.
one more question of Waka
Yeah,
and
it is
you're being
essential
kind
to
of
reflect
exaggerating
on
there.
the complexity of the people too. You know, those people who go to vote for them. You know, those people now we got to start getting vexed with them, because all of what we talk, all of what we try to advise them on through experiences and all of that, bringing up facts and all of that, they listen, but yet and still within their little mind, they cannot do it. Why? Because they have been subjected to being what I started to talk about years ago. Those are people who have been influenced by money, influenced by small things, and the people have bought their mentality, and the people control them. So it's a very serious thing as we point finger to the officials, yes, but we should start now to educate our people mindset, because this thing is going to be in a ring. You know how long we've been talking about this in past government, and it's still happening. So let's start to talk about a solution.
Right.
Let's go business. Let's go business from what I'm thinking about, from the experience I got. What Liberia should do is that we should build a refinery, or we go in joint venture with one of these companies, like the B Mountain, who taking out the billions of dollars of gold. We put a halt to it and tell them, look, we join and we're going to have a refinery. All the gold and things that you're extracting from here, it will never go overseas except it has gone through our refinery. That means to say we're going to have extra money. Besides what the people are going to have, we're going to have our own. That refinery will serve all the gold mines in Liberia. That means to say no gold will be exported out of Liberia again, except it has gone through the process. And that process, we are part of it with 50% or with 60% in control of it. After 4 or 5 years, we're talking about 10, 15 years, after 4 or 5 years, the accumulated amount that we will get from that particular venture will be something that will start to open our eye and say, oh, but people have been stealing from us for a long time. Oh, this adventure went through, Ghana did it, and Ghana is doing it now. Ghana is called the Gold Coast. Everybody ran to Ghana.
But brother Dishi, I know Ben wanted to come in, but you were not only Ghana, you got other countries. That's what Burkina Faso is doing. And like I told you, these things for the listening audience, it's very simple. Sometimes when you come on this platform, you listen to us, do your own research. If you got a little data on your phone, just search on some of those things, and you'll continue to educate yourself on it. And, you know, but Ben, you wanted to come in, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, Brother Dishi, you can go ahead. I thought Ben wanted to say something to you. Yeah.
Okay, now, what I'm saying is that everybody will go into Ghana. But Ghana changed lately in the last 5, 6, 7 years. Ghana got there.
You're going low.
Open it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. You good now?
You got me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Ghana open your own industry, and every business that is done right now, once it's gold business, if through the Ghanaian thing, that will have to.
Hey man, maybe on say they're going order power. He just sent a text right now in the chat room. He said they're going order power. Yeah, but you can go ahead. Maybe it's almost 3:48. So
what happened is that
nobody wants to take the initiative.
Of the main reason that we will still be behind on different small points of us having our own, to value our own, will still be down. So I suggest to the government to start to think about building an asset plant there in Liberia. The quantity of gold that come out of Liberia deserves an asset plant. It deserves it. So it's about time. It's about time. So what do you think about that, AB?
No, I mean, you are so right. Like I said, I stated earlier on, they got countries that have taken that initiative. We are way behind the curve. They got countries, right, neighboring countries, and then some other African countries that are doing those things, especially countries that primarily depend on gold. And, you know, the likes of Burkina, the likes of even the very Guinea and other things. People not just exporting their raw materials like that. Because even building the plants that you're talking about, at the end of the day, some of those things could be like finished product, some of them could be like semi-finished product, but at least that will itself create jobs. It will increase the revenue base. I mean, it will empower the community. And you know, because it like the whole thing about unemployment is high and so forth. Government not going to employ all of the Liberians. But when this company comes in and they create the conducive atmosphere that wherein a lot of the thing will be stages, then obviously it will afford Liberians to be employed to get a piece of job to do somewhere. That's the essence. That's how jobs are created. Government is not in the business of creating jobs. Government create the avenue. And those avenues are sometimes like these concessions that are signed. So what you're talking about, my brother, you are so right on it. It will help, to alleviate some of the constraints, economic constraints that people are going through right now. Otherwise, the economy is going to be burdensome. I mean, in perpetuity, so to speak, and it's a tough situation. Yeah. But Ben, Ali, you there? You want to add something on?
I got a phone call, that's why. But I totally agree with everything you guys have said. Look, this boils down to people who have guts and who really means business for the country. I don't
Right.
see it in this group of leaders that we have. It does not concern them. There's so many things that these guys should be able to call special session for. Some of these things. The agreement was first signed in 2021. It was amended in 2023 when the brother get into office.
2024, January.
2024. Brother after because it was amended in 2023.
Yep.
Brother came in too. They're going to go do their part because now the guys are saying that they want to expand to employ more library. Of course, they're not going to. And look, and let's stop pretending like these companies are our problem. The companies themselves are not our problem. These companies are made for profit.
Of
These are
course.
not charity companies.
Yep.
They're meant to make profit. So they will do everything they can do to maximize profit. That's what business people do.
Yep. Any opportunity you get and make use of it.
By two parties. If your party does not defend you and I outsmart you, don't blame me. Go blame your people. Don't blame. Let's stop blaming these companies.
I know.
These companies themselves are taking huge risks to come in Liberia. If Liberia was talking about cool market, free market, where look, doing gold, you need a lot of power. We don't even have power. So these companies are going to tell you that they will create their own electricity and all those kind of things. If something happened to the poor place right now, your government killed I think 7 persons right there. What has happened? Nothing.
Absolutely.
Nothing. And you think your government will win in any? No. This is just charade. They're making this noise so that when they get on the table with B Mountain, so the bargaining chip will be a little harder.
Yeah.
So I see how the people in the country, yelling, you gotta give us more money, and they will give them more money again without no cleanliness, no rules, nothing. Because we all can read the same document they are also reading. And all of these things are in the document, what it's supposed to do and what not to do. But they will look at it and not do it. Now the company telling, no, it is your lawmakers who are supposed to be the oversight. So if there's no oversight over this company don't care. They don't care. They can easily fly the people out to Monterey and get it out of the country.
Yeah.
But how can people who want to get this right?
But Ben, you're so right on that. I know we more at the 4 o'clock mark, and maybe I'm saying that they got power issues over there. But I mean, we can use this time to close. Yeah, he said the man said the system went off. That's some of the thing we're talking about. The electricity go on, and you got to find a way to put generator on and all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're heading to, but guys, I think for me, from my end, I think it's a great show. And quite honestly, many a time we come on this platform, I like to hear from the people that are under the brum in Liberia. Whatever sector they call from is a good thing. And we gotta continue to highlight this thing. I know sometimes people get in their feelings and they become so, people going after the government too much, and they come with a partisan behavior and all this kind of thing. But those are realities that's unfolding.
It's fun.
Ben, it's unfolding. It's not like people are fabricating stories here. Those are realities. And you got to speak to them. And, because at the end of the day, you see, even in the Arab world and other places, the whole is solely depending on oil, Ben. Some of the people, they are evaluating the long term. What's going to happen with their oil if the oil runs down? Eventually, they're going to start
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Quality people who willing to sell. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers giving us here and the promise from there. The work with my life without again.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Play Panelist, I can't ask it if you been yo. Say my journey, Tina can I say my yamo. And yes, I know money, and more I yo. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandbaza.
And I dine ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I dine ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget na ya to money. That's the TV, and I forget it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lopa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Quality people who willing to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.